turns itself back on. Like, you can have manual control for steering it for like so long, and then eventually it will just go back to doing whatever it wants to do. So I don't know what's going on with the AI, but it seems to be a bit independent. Which is fine, but not favourable when we're trying to fucking control it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the general consensus of my ship that I've found so far is that it's really good at taking out guns on other boats, but doing like hull damage and actually sinking things, depending on its size, is a challenge. Or not a challenge, it's just like a tedious affair.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a problem because you kind of
No,
just want to disable the ship. Like, it doesn't even matter if you like, because if you just blow it up completely, that doesn't really heal us anything. Because in the campaign, right, you can salvage enemy wrecks from material, so it doesn't really like help us if
well, okay.
if the ship decimates everything. It is not beneficial to us. It's more
Yeah, but I
beneficial
think,
to us if we can take out key spots in the ship, and then it's just kind of like a harmless barge. Then we board it, then we destroy its computer, and then it's done.
oh, then we could just harvest all the materials that's left.
Yeah.
See, I didn't realise you could do that, so
That's why you have me over here.
yeah, that's why I have you, my trusty shipmate. Alright, so I'll get this fucking thing spawned. Yeah, it costs 100,717 materials, and it's 4,758 blocks. Oh, I spawned that there. Don't approve that if you can. Okay, well.
Then what?
It says that you have to approve it before it can be spawned.
Oh, I didn't have a like option.
But I guess because we're friends, maybe I don't know. It doesn't do it, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is it. It's exactly the same as you remember it. It's just that the AA guns are now on the side, offering them a bit more protection.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was always like one of those things. And you went for twin AA guns.
The tower's a little bit neater.
Oh, that's just one AA. Oh,
Tidied the tower up.
You put in different AA guns.
Yeah, they're the quad ones. Oh, well. Okay,
it's not a problem, but I'm just letting you know.
I can't remember if we did twin or quad, so I just went for like the middle one.
You went for the quad one. We did the twin ones, but the quad one is what's the main difference between that?
To be fair though, the AA guns is actually what's doing majority of our hull damage. I know we're not necessarily want that, but
you could probably actually switch it to so far as I can tell, actually, yeah, just leave it. It's fine. The quad ones are fine.
I mean, we're only just under 1,000 materials, over 100k. I was looking at a guy who did a Nita campaign, and he was doing a showpiece on his YouTube of all the ships that he built, like all the large stuff, and well, everything really, all his favourite things, and like the size of his ships, like they were about. Some of them were like maybe 50 blocks bigger than our boat here, and most of them were a bit wider. But like, they were like 250,000 material cost, and they weren't that much more formidable than us. Like,
yeah, but that's the whole point. The whole point is that fucking any design I'm a part of, man, we're going fucking cost efficiency.
Yeah, but mate, I'm not gonna lie. This ship gives me a hard on. This is probably one of the best things. Best things like I've co-built with someone on a building game, like probably ever.
Well, it's we make a good team because I pull your head out of the clouds occasionally, bring you back to the fucking bleak reality of warfare and logistics.
I think I need that though. I need that someone to just drag me back down and be like, right, come out the clouds. This is what's realistic. All right, cool. So if you're happy with that, then save that up. At some point, I'm gonna have to get you to. Oh yeah, there's 2 APS customizers like underneath the front superstructure. Which one is the actual ammo that we're using? Because one is like fucking 15 blocks long.
We're not using the 15 blocks one. That one was one that you did. I just didn't remove it. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Oh, okay. So the one that we've got is a it's just the actual shell, and then it's just a HE warhead and a heavy head.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
We should probably move that and reassign all the guns.
yeah, we can move it.
Get rid of that ammo
Reassigning
storage.
the guns is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah, you kind of want to probably move that like into somewhere deeper into the ship.
Yeah, I'm still having an issue where I can't fucking
Also, another thing I found out
see
is
the
that
fire groups.
well, you can't see the fire groups. What do you mean?
No, so okay, I'll do a
But
screenshot of what I can see.
in single player, do you have them?
No, I didn't in my creative yesterday. No.
Maybe you have like some settings like different, because I have like fucking old ass settings in terms of like what I like on my thing.
I don't know where I would do that. Is it in options then, like view and control?
Must be something in options that you have.
UI.
Miscellaneous. Yeah, in miscellaneous, allow use of 5 weapon slots. Select that.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, because I've like have all these settings, and you know, I've set them like over several years ago. Now you should have that.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
So yeah, now I do. That was weird because it gave it to me the other day. Just sort of appeared randomly. I didn't really notice how it got there, and then yeah, okay, cool. Well then, I'm gonna reset.
Another thing that I've noticed after experimentation is that we actually don't need as much engine power as we have, which will save us, which will like knock like maybe a couple of thousand off the budget.
Yeah, go for it. So I think our maximum is like 12.
12? Sorry, what do you mean?
12 meters a second is our like max. Why does it keep wanting to go backwards? Is that you?
No, I'm not touching the controls.
Oh, the AI is fucking freaking out that it just keeps making it go back and forwards.
That might be.
I'm not even anywhere near the wheel, so it's definitely not me. I'm on the deck. Huh. Okay.
Because by default, usually what the AI likes to do is it likes to circle places.
Right.
Because that's just the default boating AI. I can like go and look at it because I remember. Okay, so right now it has a target prioritization algorithm. It has those things. Queue, circling ship.
If I prefab this shell design and loader, will it just paste it even with the same shell design in there?
It should do, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty handy. Would having more of those benefit in any way, or no?
No.
Okay.
It has no benefit other than redundancy, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't even work that way like that because they only take from one source. So even if you have two, if the one that we're using gets blown up, it still acts like it's all blown up, if you know what I mean. So there's literally no benefit to having multiple of the same ones.
Oh, okay.
We could have two so that the guns, like for example, one barrel is firing one type of ammo and one is firing another type of ammo, but like I haven't noticed because the caliber of the gun is what it is. I haven't noticed any situation where we need a different ammo type.
Right.
And because hot swapping between ammo types is not easy. As in, you know,
You have to empty the
unfortunately,
magazine.
yeah.
There is a manual dump I noticed, but
Is it?
yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, we can probably consider.
You have to
doing
actually
that
go
at
onto
some
the
point.
gun itself though, and like click, like you can empty the magazine. But obviously, that's running to the fucking thing, doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Later we
it's
can.
still...
I'm pretty sure I might be able to get a computer set up to do that, but it's one of those things that's not very high priority. I don't feel.
Nah.
I feel. So this is.
Yeah, I think the campaign in itself is like a test as well.
Yep.
Right, I've got it. What I'll do is I'll just put it in front of the ammo storage.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how she runs now at max speed and all that stuff. I've significantly reduced engine power because I think we had like is the way the
You're in control
mode
now.
going.
Okay, gun, weapon slot
Receiving.
1,
Moving now. Moving now.
advanced,
Receiving
access
now.
intakes, controller. Oh, I think it was already taken from that controller. Assign, all assigned. So that one,
Okay, we were still even at full speed because I was reading the way the engine signature was wrong because I'm just not used to using um, the electric engine layout. But right, yeah. So even at full, we're using about 70% of our engine power, and right now the battery ticks down a little bit, but pretty much I've knocked 10,000 off of our ship's cost.
oh fuck, nice.
Right, but we will need a little bit more power generation because we are, as you notice, our battery's going down when we're going forward. That's fine.
Slot
This
1.
should be more than enough.
No, it's still taken from the. It's still taken from the same thing. In slot 1. Yeah, that's all good. So there's 15 guns on weapon slot 1. We've
That's
got.
correct, yeah, because it's 5 times 3, which is 15. That's the main batteries on one.
Alright, cool. So then I'll put the AA on slot 2. So actually, you can still have. We can both be shooting something
Moving now. Moving now.
if needs be. Alright, cool.
Off the
Turning
movement.
off.
Let's see how fast the battery charges when we're stable. Okay, now let's see if it's maintaining a charge whilst going forward.
You're in control.
Are you controlling the ship?
Receiving.
Guns, yeah.
Oh, okay, no, I meant like the actual way it steers.
Oh, no.
Because I'm testing out its battery. Maybe we can remove one rear rudder because we do have a lot of them.
Okay, I need to set the fucking dead zones for the AA turrets because on manual control they will just destroy themselves. Oh god. Where did you do that? What's azimuth? Is that
Azimuth is it's like a
well,
rotational
that,
angle.
what, like how far it? But was that how you were creating the dead zones?
Yes.
So, give me a quick rundown on it. How like
Oh, hold on. Let me
it's
just,
on 0 at the moment.
which one are you looking at? Which of the turrets are you looking at? Are you looking at starboard forward or starboard backward, for example?
Port aft.
All right. Okay. Now, if you go to enable extra constraints on field of fire, tag that. Did you see my changes? So, do you see that window is now open when you're looking at the
But wait,
at the aft port one?
where have you clicked?
enable extra field of constraints in vehicle, or extra constraints on the field of fire.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Now, right now, it has 100% field of view. What I didn't notice is that it actually shows you the little green icon underneath. It actually shows you what its constraint is. Now, you can't fucking see that in the big turret.
Right.
Which kind of makes it a little bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, so then you can just use that to kind of understand where it is. So then you can just go like, you know, if we do...
That's good. And...
Oh, you're right, because it's like that. And this other one. They're kind of like annoying because they move each other, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, I think I've done it literally the opposite. There, that one should be fine now.
So it's like 15 and 161.
Yep, and you can just copy and paste that, and then you just have to remember to invert it for the other one.
Oh, okay. How do you copy and paste it?
There's a key for
Copy to
and
clipboard.
pasting.
Is it the at the bottom?
It's copy to clipboard, yes.
Okay. So that's that one. So if I go to this one, paste from clipboard. Oh, look at that. That's cool. So on the other side, if the minimum is 15 and the maximum is 161, I'll just make the maximum 161 and the minimum 15 on the other side. Presumably. Maybe not.
Presumably, but it is a little bit, in practice, it's a little bit of a ball ache, because they kind of like move each other a bit. I think it's actually relative. So you have to flip the constraints, because right now it's in reverse. If you flip it, now it should be sort of okay, but one angle is a little bit fucked.
161. That's that one there, so it might have to be a bit more. Hang on. The fucking UI's in the way. Get a bit of an angle on it. Alright, let's do this. So that's that one. That's that one.
Because remember, if you like, the arms can't like go across each other, so like one will move the other.
It's got to be in the minus. Yeah, it's just the opposite. So actually it's minus 161 and minus 15.
No, you've got it fucked up. Like, it can now only shoot its back.
Oh. So
because it's where the hook is like pointing towards is the arc, if you know what I mean. So if the hook is pointing backwards, then it means the arc is backwards.
So it needs to be like that.
Yes.
Okay, but I can only get that. That's like 180 positive, where it locks out.
Yeah. So if you want to change that, you'd either have to flip it or do.
That one needs to be like that.
No, wrong.
Oh. So that one can live there.
You got to invert it if it's restricting you like that, because then it means that it's wrongly verted. There you go.
Then we
like watching a drunk man trying to tune a clock. There you go, you got it.
Cool. So we copy that. Yeah, and then bit for this one. Right, let's do another test.
We probably also don't need that much ammo storage, really.
You deleted all the ammo.
No.
Oh.
We need some ammo storage.
That one could do with a bit of tweak.
One week. Alright, yeah, I see that you reinforced the citadel. That's fine. Then we could. Yeah, a lot of people that play from the depths, they don't like some of them play to the point where they just care about making beautiful ships. Some of them just care about making really powerful ships. But I'm the kind of motherfucker that cares about cost and block efficiency.
Priorities. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty happy with that.
Alright. Well, the ship is also now only 89.
Oh wow,
Materials.
20 grand lost.
Well,
That's good.
10 and a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we were using way more engine power than was necessary, and we also had way more power generation that was necessary. We could probably even trim it a little bit more.
If you, I see you've just gone for smaller RTGs.
Yep.
And only two battery blocks. Interesting.
Yeah, because we only.
Mind you, they could hold 18,000 charge each.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Because pretty much right now it should be that if we are traveling at full speed, we are still generating enough power to travel at full speed indefinitely. And traveling at full speed right now only uses about a third of our engine power.
Oh, good.
So we could probably even make the engine smaller.
What, like reduce the amount of batteries?
Yes, that's how you.
Would we not need power for everything else, or is it just for the engine?
It's just for the well, it's just for driving the ship around, pretty much.
So you don't need it to run the computer or anything like that?
No, and if you did, probably those costs are negligible because if you look at the numbers on the side, so do you see like 270 out of like 720, right?
Yeah.
That 270 is power that we still have left over, and we're traveling at full speed ahead, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if
We're
we're gonna turn, that's when we're gonna use most of our power, most likely.
so we actually fully driving now then.
Well, right now we're driving at fucking like half speed because we're
Yeah.
like turning. But let's see if we go like.
Is that the AI fucking doing that?
Yeah, yeah.
You're in control.
Oh, I wish it would just piss off.
Well, I'm trying to get the AI to drive in a straight line.
Oh.
You're in control. Moving now.
Because, you know, then I don't have to hold forward. Okay. I'm telling the AI to straighten out and go straight right now. Like, are you You're not controlling it, right?
No.
We are
Yeah,
kind
okay,
of.
so we can still get up to like 11, 12 miles a second, so that's fine.
Yeah. Like, our speed has taken a slight hit, maybe, but
Is it at 100%?
right now it is. But it's also because we're not going in a straight line for some reason.
But it seems like we've lost 1 mile per second.
Oh, we are actually, like, yeah, we are. But that's because of our power generation. Hold on. Because you notice, like, as the battery loses charge, it loses power, so we need, like, another one of
We
these
need more
radiostatic
generation.
generators. So that's one is 750. So now I have 4. Okay, yeah, that's way cheaper than that. Okay. That would be 5. Okay, yeah, we're going at 11 right now, and our engine power is it should be climbing because our battery is charging slowly, even when we're driving at full speed.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, I
see that. Like, we need roughly 450 to go at full power, but this is enough. You know, just having like one battery that's 1800.
Yeah.
Is fine. You know, we have a little bit of juice left over when we're going full speed, but not by much. You see that the fraction, if you know what I mean, where it's like, you know, 120. Like, we have 120 engine power left right now. Going.
I've got like 140, 50.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's going up.
We've
As
got
the
like.
battery's going up.
Oh, okay.
The more charge in the battery, the more power it provides. So you should be at like 200 now. 200, a little bit over 200.
Well, 11 knots isn't bad.
It's 11 meters per second, which is
No,
actually more than 11 knots, I'm pretty sure, because a knot is like 2 kilometers or something like that.
Yeah, I was just being boaty, man. Okay, so we're at pretty much full charge batteries and 11 meters a second. It's not bad. Okay, so I'll take a hit on speed for.
We actually are traveling at 22 knots right now.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's actually pretty respectable.
Yeah, for a ship, yeah.
All right, well, I'm happy then. The efficiency and the cost save.
I can put like another propeller on there, like, because we do have some more engine power. So let's see, water. Propellers, huge propeller, because it's only 270.
Have we worked out the conundrum of the turning?
Yeah, we turn really well.
Did you manage to turn?
Yeah.
So the propellers like.
Yeah, they steer properly.
So like the ones at the rear, like they steer opposite from each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
If you press the slide thing, I fucking squiggly bracket. I don't know what it is on your keyboard. The one under square bracket.
Is
right?
it underneath the hash? Squiggly bracket. Yeah, I see. So it's control and click it.
You know, if you just press it, yeah, you should see the forces acting upon the ship, right?
No, do I have to be in B?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I see like drag, mass, drag.
You see a whole bunch of lines, right?
No.
Oh.
I've obviously clicked the wrong button. I see square brackets being next to the enter key, right?
Yeah, but I have a different keyboard. Hold on, let me get a phone call. You're back.
Oh, it's shift, and that's why.
Oh, it's a raid.
It's a raid.
Ah,
Hello, mate.
yeah,
How's it going?
yeah, good.
No sleep? No schlep?
Yeah, I slept good. You slept good?
Slept long? Yeah, I feel good. Went for
I
a
woke
dog
up at
walk.
10, but then I fell back asleep.
Yeah, I fucking got up this morning, felt a bit guilty for just laying in, so I fucking went to a dog for a walk.
Huh. I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Little Molly boy. Yeah. Kyle was around. I think he said he had to take a phone call.
Okay.
Oh, I was fucking dreaming about Minecraft last night. Jesus.
I had such a weird dream. I dreamt that I was like robbing a chain of banks of Andy.
I mean, he's the most likely suspect.
I don't know why we were doing that.
It does seem pretty random.
Hmm.
Robbers. Wonder how Dan Boy's getting on at work today.
Yeah.
Right, every time I've spoken to him for like the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, every time it's opened up with, "How you doing?" "Yeah, work was shit though." It's just like, you need a new job, boy. Man needs a new job. You got food?
Ham and cheese sandwich.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, mate. You gotta try the freaking beta branch for Project Sunboy though. The animation system's amazing.
Yeah, what is it? What do you mean?
Well, you can crouch so you're less detectable, and you can sprint.
Oh, okay.
But if you're panicked and you're sprinting, you can trip over.
No, that's
Yeah.
not good.
Well, no, 'cause you can still run, but you can then sprint.
Yeah.
If you want the choice.
Oh god, it's just taking it to like a whole new level of realism.
It's cool though.
It is a cool game, I must admit.
With the crouching, it's really cool because obviously then you can like crouch under windows. And your character feels a lot more responsive, and like when you put clothes on, you actually see the clothes on them properly.
Yeah, because the characters feel a bit clunky at the moment. Like when I played, they just feel a bit like clunk.
Yeah. Give the Greater Branch a go. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I'll just check it out. Then.
I was playing some of that Project Zomboid with Chibi the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got on pretty well actually. We've had a really good condition fan, and we were practically living from it.
Oh, that's golden though. If you can.
We had so much weight capacity in the bag. We were just chucking everything we could find. And then the only problem was when we had to move. And then when we stopped, we had like 17,000 zombies to kill.
17,000.
No, not that.
Oh,
No, that's an exaggeration.
17,000. Nuts.
Alright, I'll try and get you I'll just fucking screenshot it because like Steam's a piece of shit. I don't know if you've been on the Activity Hub recently.
No, I mean, I don't even think I do.
No, I'll link it to you. Yeah.
Shouldn't.
Chibi was had like an infected cut, so I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a hospital around it somewhere, and it's like a pharmacy. So we took the car, and then we had all them zombies.
Funny.
So at the end of that, it's like 250 something zombies killed. So
Fuck. It's not.
how's your depths going?
Yeah, pretty good. The dead zombies around the van.
Yeah.
But that looks like a nice. What town did you start in?
Rosewood.
Oh, okay. It's a bit more big and open.
Still loads of zombies though.
Game, man.
That's the problem about using vehicles.
Was that the beta that you were doing then?
Huh?
Is that screenshot from the beta?
Well, yeah, we went in there to get some medical supplies because Shibi was a doctor in that one, so he could do all like the treating and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So we stopped. Like I said, stopped the van. We were going to live there, but there's too many zombies like dead around, and we didn't have any propellant to burn them.
Yeah. Do you have to like burn the corpses then, or they attract others, stuff like that?
Well, they
Oh,
make
God.
you ill if you live near corpses.
Oh shit, son.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you wanted, if you asked how the From the Depths was going, give you a little showcase of the boat we built,
Go for it.
like from scratch.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that long though. I should have just got up at 10. Oh,
Yeah, I vaguely remember being awake at like 9 o'clock, and then I woke up again. It was like 12, and then it was 1. And then I got up. Now
yeah. So I woke up, it was 10. I thought, oh, I'll get up and I'll play some stuff. And then I just rolled over, fell
Yeah.
asleep. Then suddenly it was 3:30. It's like, oh, okay, well, I better get up now.
Yeah, I fucking did the same. Oh, wow, wrecked.
Did you mention to Will about thingy?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Been putting it off.
What, so he's still sort of expecting you to be picked? Sorry, for him to be picked up.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that means he's booked.
Well, no, he hasn't said it yet, hasn't he?
Oh.
Come on, the ship. What the fuck? There's a ship not shooting this thing. His gun gone. Oh wow, this little gunboat boy.
Gunboat.
Yeah, man. The fuck is that? It's like deploying mines. How is it doing that? Fuck. Well, that thing won.
Oh, Carl never gave back those shares I gave him.
You mate.
Carl never gave back those shares I lent him.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I do have the Minecraft server up if you wanted to play.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, we'll jump on it at some point. We're gonna try and start a campaign and see how.
Oh yeah, no rush. I'm
Cool,
just
like,
saying.
but Carl did mention that you'd probably be about sooner or later, so I figured he's also keen to get back on the server. I am. I just, I've got like 2 projects on the go at the minute, pretty much this and Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, the generation in this fucking mob though is too good.
Oh, it's awesome. It's so good. Yeah, I'm not like concerned about cows and sheep because they are around. It's just no one's gone far enough to find them. But they are there. I'm happy that the forge is up and running now, though.
Yeah, same. Even if it did take you a little while.
Yeah, I was just slow boying it. Again, I was just too many things on the go.
No, it's fine, man. Some cows over there, actually. They eat wheat, don't they?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, I'll have to bring them over. Do you want me to put them next to the pigs if I do that?
Yeah, unless you want to move the pigs a bit closer.
I can't believe that dimensional monster stole my horse yesterday.
Yeah, they're fucking terrifying. Like, mate, honestly, it just grabbed me like by my ankles and just dragged me towards the portal. It was so horrifying.
It flipped my horse upside down and fucking took it to the portal. It's like, oh, okay then.
I
Goodbye,
wonder what
horse.
became of that horse.
Wouldn't be surprised if
Oh.
it's still in there.
Nothing good, probably.
I guess the mod wanted me to go in after it.
Hello. Yeah. Huh?
I'll just put dinner on.
Alright.
When do you want it?
Like, later-ish.
I'll leave.
Alright then. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
The cold-blooded trait for that many Lillian, however you say that, or like if a target's at full health and you damage them, the first hit does 50% extra damage.
Bloody hell. So what, you can kill as like a zombie in like one hit?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Like if you make a good enough bow, you could do that anyway, couldn't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, did you sleep well?
Hey.
I slept fantastic. Oh,
Nice. Very nice.
I found where you were oiding.
Oiden?
Yeah, you're oiding, mate.
Oiden from you.
Yeah.
I was helping my uncle with a website.
How dare you?
So if any of you guys want to have dicksuckers.com,
I'm sure Sam will be interested.
Domain's taken.
Sure it is. But dicksuckers.online probably isn't. Dicksuckers.cock probably isn't taken either.
Okay, so
I'm having this now.
the boat is tweaked about as much as I can be asked to tweak it now. In terms of like cosmetics,
You better not have fucked with it. You better not have added like 100 blocks in cosmetics, Sam. I swear to God.
Nah.
He's put water features all over it.
I'll have you keel hauled.
Yeah, killed, yeah. On a steel boat. It's all I've done is just tidied the turrets up
Alright.
in an attempt to save them because like they were just taking
They are like very weak. So yeah, no, absolutely a good idea.
the problem with them I've noticed is that like I put all the armor on the sides and stuff, but that's assuming that the guns would always be facing forwards or backwards and that they would take a direct shot from the side. But most of the time, you see, we're aiming the guns at what we're shooting at. So when rounds are coming in, they're just hitting the soft front of it.
Well, the gun mount is definitely not soft, but
It knocks the barrels out before it knocks the barrels out, and then any more hits, it just destroys the turrets from the firing point backwards. So I've tried to remedy it, mate, but
No, like the mantlet is pretty heavily armored, and if they there's not a lot you can do about because you can put in a heavy bar, but I think that's a fucking huge waste of money. Because like a heavy barrel, right, costs 200 more, and the only difference is it has 10 more armor and like 2,000 more health, but it's just not worth it because like it's effectively we'd be adding per turret, which right now the turrets cost about 3,000. We'd add like 600 to their cost, which is a cost increase of 20% on the turrets just to make the barrels more durable, which is ridiculous. That's you might as well just have more guns at that point.
yeah. All right, well that's it then. It's done as far as I'm concerned. The shells though, concerned about the shells not being punchy enough.
Well, don't, because that like you pretty much have to make a choice between high explosive, which is trash against armored, or armor piercing, which is trash against anything that's like really massive because you just make tiny holes in it. Yeah, so I went with like a slight combi of the two of them for the shells, but there's not a lot that like I spent a lot of time optimizing it. Like you're free to have a crack at it, of course, but I don't think you're like the whole Problem is, there's no like shell that's good against everything. If you know what I mean. Like you can only kind of make it like a jack of all trades, but that comes at a cost of efficiency at other fronts, you know. And it's like not a huge shell and not a huge caliber because you know, this budgetary constraints and also like efficiency drop off because the higher caliber, the more reload time and the bigger the gun has to be and all sorts, you know. Like you want to fire a slightly higher caliber gun, you're already looking at like a cost increase of like 40%, and then the damage output doesn't necessarily go up because the reload time increases so much, if you know what I mean. Remember, when you're looking at like the armor piercing head, like you gotta remember that if you look at the kinetic damage now, right? That's 70 kinetic damage, Sam. That's nothing that it does right now. Like,
is the other one better?
yes, it is. Pretty much the heavy head. Because look at the modifiers on it. It's the speed and the kinetic damage modifier. It does nothing to the armor modifier, but the thing is, speed helps armor pierce. And also, it would help if you move the like the shell diameter up to what the actual gun is, which is 250. 250, not 251, Sam. God. There you go.
I'll leave it then.
Yeah, like that was kind of like that shell is like the mediocre jack of all trades shell, because like the other alternatives are like, sure, yeah, like if you turn that into a sabot round, right? You can have it just penetrate through any ship, but it just won't do that much damage.
Yeah. All right then. Well, my only other gripe with it is the fact that the ship just retakes control of itself when you say that you don't want it to control at all.
Well, that's like if you turn off the AI, it shouldn't do that, and if it does, then you know that's not something I can fix.
Yeah, no, it's there's somewhere something is causing the AI to retake control. Like if I sit in the like main bit and then go to E, and at the moment it's auto, so it does automatic behavior. If I turn it off, disable movement, it will go back on. I just haven't figured out what triggers it to go back on.
I'm just gonna send like a picture to my uncle and then.
Because where's the actual doodad that controls the ship's behavior?
You're looking at it. The ship circling AI is the one that does it. So Aiden, I assume like Sam was spent like a couple of hours explaining, you know, how great this ship is.
No, he didn't actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's just for turning, but there's nothing dictating when the ship takes over or not, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
You can just deactivate it or not deactivate it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so what do you guys want to do now?
Well, I said to start the Minecraft servers up if you guys wanted to play.
Sure. You want to play, Sam? You want to play?
Yeah.
You want to play?
Make sure you save this ship design though, because this is
yeah, I did. Sam, you fucking added 160 blocks. Explain yourself.
Yeah, for the turrets to armor them up.
160 though.
We had to do 5, didn't I?
Divided 160 divided by 5.
What else did I
Still
build?
quite a bit.
No, that's all I did.
All right.
That's all I was doing while you were on the phone.
That's like deceptively. Oh, that's deceptively many amount of block. Oh, okay. Oh, you did like the back of one fully armored as well.
Yeah, the ones that were up highest because they don't have anything
I see.
behind
Then it
them.
makes sense because I was like looking at it and it's like, there's no way that's like fucking. That looks like you put 10 armor blocks on and then suddenly.
No.
Right.
I chunked them out. Yeah, well, we can pigeon mark this for put whatever you call it, bookmark this for now. We'll do a campaign later.
You put
You
a
know
pin in it.
Pigeonhole.
Pigeonhole.
Put a pin inside of
You
it.
can, yeah. You can fucking make it walk the plank or whatever. I like these type of games with you guys. They're very fun.
Yeah.
Just building. We get to, be contributing members of society in a virtual sense.
Yeah.
It's like you're just sitting at home, not doing anything. You're like, I'm off to fucking farm some potatoes.
The wheat execution of the turn.
What'd you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of me dying.
Fucking.
You know,
My body's lucky I got up and made that.
if you put that into a George Foreman grill, it will turn into a ham and cheese grill sandwich.
Nutrition goes up by 5%.
And happiness goes up by immeasurable amounts, because it just feels like more of a meal.
$1 million.